Homeless people. I nodded, even though my stomach was twisting into knots at the thought of telling another adult. Tom handed me a pen and had me write Zach's number on my hand since Mom checked my phone regularly. We agreed to meet again in 3 days if I could get away. Same place and time. Walking home felt like walking toward a storm I could see coming but couldn't avoid. Mom was waiting on the porch with her arms crossed and that fake worried expression she wore for the neighbors. She hugged me in front of Mrs. Chen, who was watering her plants next door, then gripped my shoulder hard as we went inside. The lecture lasted 2 hours with her pacing around the living room, listing all the ways I was disappointing her. She brought up Zach 14 times, counting on her fingers how I was following his exact path to failure. I apologized and promised to do better while staring at the baseball trophy on the mantel. That night after she went to bed, I found an old notebook in my desk drawer and started writing everything down. The time she made me sleep in the hallway when I was 7 because Zach used to slam doors. The way she cried at parent-teacher conferences saying she couldn't lose another son. How she would point at homeless camps and say Zach probably lived in one. I dated each memory as best I could remember, filling 12 pages before my hands started cramping. The next morning at breakfast, she started another story about driving past a man who might have been Zach. She used the exact same words she'd used last month about his dirty clothes and how thin he looked. Even the part about him maybe recognizing our car but being too ashamed to wave was word for word the same. I ate my cereal and nodded while she performed her script, noticing how she paused at the same spots for effect. After school, I tried to slip upstairs, but Mom was waiting in the kitchen with her phone in her hand. Mrs. Porter had called about my detention, and now I was grounded for the weekend with no laptop and no leaving except for school. She took my computer from my room and put it in her closet, while explaining how Zach started with detention too. Friday dragged by with me unable to contact Zach or Tom and Mom, watching my every move at home. Saturday was worse because she made me sit with her while she did errands, keeping me in sight constantly. Sunday night I lay awake planning what to tell someone at the school, running through the words over and over. Monday morning during study hall I asked for a bathroom pass and went to Ms. Reynolds' office instead. She looked up from her computer as I stood in her doorway trying to make myself speak. I sat down and started with the empty bedroom, then the baseball trophy, then finding Zach in the park. The words came out in broken pieces while she took notes without interrupting. I told her about the fake brother named James and how Mom had done this before. I explained the threats and manipulation and how she used fear to control everything I did. Miss Reynolds' face got more serious with each detail, especially when I described Mom's grounding me to keep me from Zach. When I finished, she set down her pen and looked at me with this expression I couldn't read. She explained she had to report this to CPS by law because it was emotional abuse and I was in danger. She said someone would probably contact me within a day or two, and we would meet again tomorrow. She wrote her direct phone number on a sticky note and told me to call if I needed anything before then. Tuesday afternoon, the principal called me to his office, where he told me a caseworker named Ms. I. Kraus had been assigned to my case. The intake had happened faster than expected, and she would be contacting me soon. My hands were shaking as I walked back to class thinking about what Mom would do when she found out. Wednesday